Snooker is known for its precision, composure, and mental discipline. But behind the calm exterior, the pressure of every shot can trigger intense emotional reactions. While fans admire the smooth play, snooker players often face a psychological battle of their own. Even the most composed professionals can experience fiery outbursts when things go wrong. From temperamental fits to moments of pure frustration, these players' reactions reveal just how much is at stake. Let's take a look at some of the most memorable and entertaining outbursts in the sport. Number 10. Steve Davis' rare emotional moment. Steve Davis, a living legend in the world of snooker, built a career on being the epitome of cool, calm, and collected. Known for his stoic demeanor and unshakable focus, Davis was the standard by which all professional players were measured. However, even Davis had his moments of emotional vulnerability. During one match, he missed a critical shot, and for the first time in his career, he visibly lost his composure. His reaction was one of rare frustration as he slammed his cue into the table, a break from the perfectly controlled persona he had carefully crafted over the years. Davis's emotional outburst was a significant moment in the history of snooker, as it showed that even the most legendary players are susceptible to the pressures of the game. This rare display of emotion also highlighted the immense dedication and mental fortitude required to maintain a career at the highest level of the sport for so many years. Number 9. Ding Junhui's uncontrolled lashing out. Ding Junhui, one of China's most successful snooker players, is typically known for his calm demeanor and precise shot-making skills. However, even Ding isn't immune to the pressures of the game. In a high-stakes match, after missing a crucial shot, his frustration boiled over, leading him to lash out physically by slamming his cue on the table in anger. This rare display of emotion was a stark contrast to his usual composed self, reminding fans that snooker is not just about technical mastery, but also about mental resilience. Ding's outburst was an expression of the high expectations he places on himself, especially in moments where he knows his mistakes could cost him a match. While this emotional reaction momentarily overshadowed his usual poise, it also showcased the raw passion and intensity that often lies beneath the surface of the world's top players. Number 8. Stuart Bingham, the disruption of outside interference. Stuart Bingham's focus was seriously tested during one match when an inconsiderate spectator's cell phone rang loudly, distracting him during a crucial shot. Bingham, clearly irritated, gave the spectator a pointed thumbs up, a gesture that conveyed both frustration and an attempt to maintain composure. In the world of professional snooker, players are expected to perform in a highly controlled and quiet environment. Distractions like these can easily throw off a player's concentration, especially when the stakes are high. Bingham's calm but pointed response was a way to acknowledge the disruption without allowing it to affect his game further. This incident was a reminder of the importance of creating a respectful and focused atmosphere in any professional sport, where mental concentration is critical to success. Number 7. Stephen Maguire, the emotional roller coaster. Stephen Maguire, a player who has long been a fixture in the top echelons of snooker, found himself in a heated moment during a match against Barry Hawkins. After missing a crucial black ball, Maguire's frustration reached a boiling point, and he impulsively swung his cue upwards in anger. The missed shot came at a critical time in the match, and the emotional outburst only added to the pressure. In snooker, where every shot is important, such outbursts can have long-lasting effects on a player's performance. Maguire's reaction was a testament to how the mental side of snooker plays an enormous role in a player's overall performance. The psychological aspect of snooker can often be just as challenging as the physical precision required, and Maguire's emotional release was a reflection of this inner turmoil. Number 6. Ronnie O'Sullivan, an emotional release. Ronnie O'Sullivan made yet another appearance on this list, this time for an emotional release after missing a seemingly simple red ball. Frustrated with himself, O'Sullivan slammed his cue against the table, releasing his anger in an intense physical display. This was a rare moment of vulnerability for O'Sullivan, whose mental toughness and emotional control are often cited as key elements of his success. The force with which he hit the table with his cue even raised concerns that it could potentially damage his prized equipment. O'Sullivan's reaction highlighted just how much passion and self-expectation drive him in his pursuit of perfection. Despite his many triumphs, including multiple world championships and masters titles, moments like these show that even O'Sullivan's journey is filled with mental challenges and emotional turmoil. Number 5. Jimmy White. A rare outburst. Jimmy White, one of the most respected figures in snooker history, is typically known for his calm and composed demeanor. However, during a match, he missed what was considered an easy green ball. The mistake, seemingly insignificant, triggered a rare outburst from White, who angrily tossed the rest, a piece of equipment used to assist in certain shots, aside in frustration. This moment, though brief, highlighted White's intense desire to perform well and meet his own high expectations. While most players would brush off a minor error, White's reaction showed how much the pressure of competition can affect even the most composed individuals. Over the years, White has been one of snooker's most beloved characters, and while his outburst was rare, it humanized the legendary player and reminded fans that even the best players have moments of self-doubt and frustration. Number 4. Judd Trump. An impulsive mistake. Judd Trump, known for his attacking style and flamboyant play, experienced a rare emotional lapse during a match. After a misread shot, Trump impulsively played an illegal shot that not only moved other balls, but also resulted in a foul. This mistake gave his opponent, Carrington, an unexpected advantage, ultimately gifting him the frame. In professional snooker, fouls can be costly, as they directly affect the frame's outcome and a player's confidence. Trump's frustration was evident, as he knew his emotional reaction had led to a costly error. This moment exemplifies how quickly frustration can disrupt a player's focus and change the course of a match. Despite his success on the world stage, Trump is not immune to the emotional roller coaster that snooker often brings. Number 3. Elliot Sless. A misjudgment leads to a moment of anger. Elliot Sless, though not as widely known as some of the sport's biggest names, made headlines with a moment of emotional outburst. After misjudging a shot, Sless sent the ball flying off the table in a fit of anger. This display of frustration not only disrupted his own focus, but also cost him valuable points, further compounding his frustration. In the world of snooker, where every shot can significantly impact the game, a mistake like this can be detrimental. Players must constantly battle to maintain their concentration, and a momentary lapse in judgment can quickly lead to a loss of composure. Sless's reaction was a clear example of how even the smallest misjudgment can lead to an emotional response, highlighting the intense mental strain involved in high-level snooker competition. Number 2. Mark Allen's foul play and subsequent rant. Mark Allen, known for his fiery temperament and passionate approach to snooker, had one of his most memorable outbursts during a match when he committed a foul following a missed shot. The mistake triggered a fierce reaction, as Allen immediately launched into a heated rant. His frustration was evident as he argued vehemently with both the referee and his opponent, demanding an explanation for the call. Allen's emotional response was a reflection of the immense pressure he was under, knowing that a single error could cost him the frame or even the match. This outburst highlighted just how much each frame means to him, as his competitive spirit and pride are deeply tied to his performance on the table. Despite his anger, Allen quickly refocused and managed to regain his composure, showing that he could channel his frustration into a renewed focus on the game. Number 1. Gary Wilson. A moment of disarray. Gary Wilson, a seasoned snooker professional, was in a tight spot during a match when he missed a relatively simple red ball. The mistake, which seemed like an easy shot to most, led to a visible display of frustration. In a split second, Wilson struck an unauthorized shot that caused disarray on the table. While he was behind by 25 points, there were still enough balls on the table to recover, making it all the more frustrating for the player. The incident is a prime example of how mental lapses can turn a favorable situation into a disadvantage. Even in the world of professional snooker, where players are trained to remain composed, frustration can sometimes overwhelm the best of them. Wilson's emotional reaction demonstrated just how much pressure professional snooker players endure, knowing that every shot counts in a game that requires absolute concentration. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button to show some love for these unforgettable snooker moments. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on more thrilling reactions from the world of snooker and beyond. Hit the bell so you're always in the loop for our next video.